lipstick looks more pink on camera.
Yeah. Hey everybody, I'm Devin and this is my beautiful bride Amber.
We're a married, interabled couple here to reveal or remind you that you're complete in Jesus Christ alone.
What's the topic of the day, baby cakes?
The topic today is a person named Shane Burcaw. So Shane and his wife Hannah run a channel called Squirmy and Grubs.
You might have heard of it. It just has like a million-ish subscribers.
Yeah, but I'm not sure how much of our audience would overlap. I think some.
Yes.
We're going to explain why. So their channel is very different from ours, but also similar at the same time. So as you might have seen from the title, I have the same disability/diagnosis as Shane.
Yes.
We both have a genetic disease called Spinal Muscular Atrophy, and we both even have type 2 of SMA. We've made a video about my disability before, if you want to check that out.
Yes.
But yeah, Shane and I have the same disability. We even have some mutual friends.
It's a small world, once you...
It is.
Especially in the SMA community.
Yes, and probably the only reason why we haven't met Shane in person is because we don't get a lot of opportunities to go to a lot of these SMA events due to Devin's current work schedule. And also, I have a fear of flying.
Yes.
Not for typical reasons, but I'm terrified of something happening to my wheelchair.
Yes.
I've heard many horror stories of wheelchairs getting totaled if you
want to
compare that to a car.
Yeah.
And the thought of being without my wheelchair for months just terrifies me. So I'd rather...
No.
For now, we just kind of avoid flying altogether.
Yeah.
Which is sad. I hope that someday these airlines get it together, but that's a whole different topic all in itself.
The main difference between Shane and Hannah and us is we have two very different worldviews.
Yes. Shane and Hannah, they don't really talk about religion much, but it's pretty clear they have a very secular worldview. And there's a phenomenon we've kind of noticed.
Yes.
Not saying that there's no Christians with disabilities, but as far as like the bigger influencers go, it seems like either they have a disability and they're very secular and they're one of these bigger influencers, or like they're a bigger Christian influencer but they do not have a disability, which is fine. Like,
yeah.
Anyone and everyone can spread the gospel. We love that. But
actually, everyone is called to share the gospel.
Yes. That's the Great Commission, whether you're disabled or
not.
Yes. But we just think that this perspective of having a disability and being a Christian is just a really interesting and kind of unique perspective. And we think, it can definitely be used to glorify God.
Yes.
So to compare ourselves with like Shane and Hannah, I think it would just be really cool to see maybe like the Christian version of Shane and Hannah. Although with those two, there's all kinds of videos and everything going around how, they're a fake couple.
Yes.
Fake, blah, 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 which whenever I see that just really irritates me.
Yes.
Because I'm like, hey, I'm over here with his same diagnosis and everything, and I'm married.
Yeah.
I don't know if we would ever get, accused of being a fake couple, but I feel like part of the reason why we might get that less, which, I don't know, I could be wrong. Maybe if we ever do get more of a following, we might get accused of being fake. I don't know.
Whatever. God knows the truth.
Yeah, but I I kind of think it would happen less, for one, because I'm like a female.
Yes.
However, I do know of other couples where, you know, the female has a disability and they still get accused of being fake.
Yeah.
But second, people see Devin and automatically assume a lot of times that he has a disability, which we've already kind of talked about that. The extent of his quote-unquote disability is having ADHD, which that definitely does not affect his life as much as having SMA affects my life. You know, like, he doesn't require care and whatnot, you know, like, he lives a pretty normal, whatever, he's his own caregiver.
And your caregiver.
And my caregiver,
And Ruby's caregiver.
Yeah. I might, like, remind him of things, but whatever. So I feel like maybe people would be like, well, they're both disabled, so that's why it's believable. It's like, even that statement in and of itself is, like, super rude.
Yeah.
You know, like...
Because technically we're all disabled.
Yeah, really, from a biblical worldview, everybody is disabled in some way, shape, or form, because nobody has a perfect working body anymore because of the curse.
Yeah, because of sin.
Because of the fall in Genesis 3. As Ken Ham says, you start with Genesis 1 through 11. I can't do his Australian accent.
No.
But yeah, even disability goes back to Genesis 3. So, yeah. But anyway, even if we were both, like, disabled, who would care? Like, who cares?
Yeah.
That wouldn't make our relationship any less valid, you know?
Or real.
Yeah. So, it doesn't matter. It just, whatever. People are gonna say what they're gonna say, no matter what. So, going back to, like, how we don't really see a lot of Christian disabled influencers. I'm not saying there's none, because you got, like, Johnny Erickson Tada, which we do plan to discuss her in the future. She does have, from what we've heard, a lot of good theology, don't get us wrong.
Yes.
But some of the stuff she says about caregiving is just really hurtful.
Yeah, it's really, really harmful.
Yeah. Hurtful, harmful, just not very edifying, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And then she'll say some stuff that's, like, really, really good. And not saying everyone's going to have the exact same caregiving experience, you know, but we do just kind of want to give our perspective on some of the ideas that's talked about there.
And that'll probably be on its own video itself.
Yeah, who knows how long that would be. Or we'd make maybe multiple videos. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, and then the other one that we do know of is, I don't know his real name, but the What Do You Meme guy. He has hearing loss and has a cochlear implant. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Yeah.
We'll link his testimony of that down below. Towards kind of the end of that video, the way he describes his relationship with God and, like, disability, that's, like, exactly how I would describe my relationship with God and disability. Like, I was like, wow, we have different kinds of disabilities, but it's, like, the way he describes it was, like, on point. But the thing with his disability, it's not, like, obvious.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's not very apparent. Which is fine, you know, but I just think this perspective of being, like, somewhat of, like, the Christian Shane and Hannah would be
fun and interesting.
Yeah. So that's why we have our channel, and to remind you to not find your identity in anything but Christ alone. I feel like the past few videos we keep doing this, where we forget to say something important. But anyway, one other that I know of is Nick Voy something. I never know how to pronounce his last name. But anyway, that's another kind of influencer, Christian apologist kind of, who has a disability.
However, Nick is not in our generation, though.
Yeah, so it'd just still be kind of cool to get this perspective from our generation of a dedicated Christian.
On fire for Jesus.
Yes. Standing on biblical grounds, proclaiming his truth, and also having a disability and proclaiming, not to find your identity in disability or anything else but Christ. Being a Christian with a disability, I just want to push and admonish so much to not find their identity in anything, whether it be a disability or anything else. Don't find your identity in anything but Christ alone, because he is the only one that gives us true identity and salvation through his sacrifice. He's the only one that can save us from ourselves.
Yes.
We shouldn't be the truest version of ourselves. We should die to self.
And be alive to Christ.
Yes. Christ is our identity. So that's kind of the point of our channel, but we just thought it'd be kind of fun to make a video letting you know, hey, I have the same disability as Shane. I don't know if we'll ever
meet them.
Yeah, or become have more of a following on YouTube or anywhere, but we're just obeying God as where he has us at the moment, and we're just going to continue to walk and roll in that. So we hope this video is edifying to you. Please comment, share,
like,
subscribe. Helps the algorithm.
Yes. And if you feel led to support our ministry, the link is in the description below. The video you just saw was made by Fallible Christians.
Although we diligently seek to represent the God of the Bible accurately, please understand that we are still being sanctified.
For absolute truth, please refer to the Bible.